also speaks to the unity of this country and the immense power the Ashanti King wields. And we cannot, I mean, I've seen people on social media sometimes try to say, Asante, I said, sit down. Sit somewhere. He's the Ashanti King. There was
Ghana for Chiachia Munina. And a buyer, a Yanama Namwa, Undim Nanama Namwa, I'm dealing Funina to Sono. A Beya, Sono, or Fidria, or TV Suawa Cabro, Fuaka, Unimno. Onona Nansemu be or Koye Photoshop, Suwa, or Manchester TV3 for Yina Carbone, Penasem. Brofuni tina as a trebia minti because of your brofodo do or can when you sem or so infantini or sounds so young me into combination of catchia in ye to walk up brofo wisi to the bianity I am a day but may any day and then the sister yabba to be a man Dormaahene giddy was said Dormaahene should go and sit down. Man, fan home to 2-4 crowd. 2-4 is the king of kings, the king of Ghana. The man is not only the king of Ashanti, but the king of Ghana. Onu and Abronye D.C.E. Sarkodie me kasa me yadana na me boa me yadana ba ko se because of kasa gidi o kasa ohome no o kasa gidi me sheda yadana debi me kan man kan krara mboa. But the reality, Nyansa de beat me will be a 3 minute time, no matter what, to the beer. Abodan for Chroma dream to me Befi, so at the same team, or no so other Kenyans as Sankaka. You could see an amount about the any ria near bit ye Brian so dear. What I say,
I think the major failing for this funeral, and this funeral, I mean, you don't have to be an Ashanti to admire what happened there. I'm a Fanti. My mom is Eve. But you cannot take away the culture, the history, the tradition, the authority of the Ashanti kingdom. It's untouchable. It compares to none. You know, it compares to none. And you know, it's beautiful. And ye say adiwe this week ibesi. If you, and I'm not criticizing the kingdom, I'm just criticizing the media. If you watch other funerals, and I have to bring in Queen Elizabeth's funeral, right? Or share on any channel, you had royal commentators who understood the nitty-gritties of the funeral. Omukuta trumpets way, it is symbolic. This is what it means. When you watch that funeral from Westminster Abbey, it is education from the beginning to the end. What we haven't done really well in Ghana is to specialize, specialize. There should be people who have authority over things like this. It doesn't have to necessarily be an Ashanti. Historians. Now, why we failed was that we have royal historians in this country. We have people who understand the tradition. They understand what happened. So what we could have done as media houses was to rope them in, because that's what happened with Queen Elizabeth. ITV had it, BBC had it, Sky had it, CNN, they all had it. It was education. And yes, Obi can say, TikTok, no, be so because the stories were too many, and at some point you didn't know which one to believe. It's in going forward, and I think this wasn't the main funeral, right?
Yeah,
this is not the main.
Where I found some where D.C.E. I found some. I just you for France.
You see, I didn't even know this. No, we have time to plan it properly. Say the coverage now. We're seeing multiple cameras. There's a camera will be crossing way because I'm watching what TV was a bit talking.
You should have watched UTV, because it was like,
seamless.
hey. Agyapong was
quick one exactly. Media house, because
yeah, it was live too, and you recorded. It was live.
There was an experienced person like Nana Yawa.
Agyapong.
Okay. Then that is excellent. Yeah. That is excellent. So going forward, the other media houses should watch and learn. You know, it's very important. Now to go back to the point Lexi made, very important points, because we are not telling our stories. And I don't know how, and I know we're talking about national film dialogue. How do we compete with Hollywood, Bollywood, when we are telling the same stories as they are telling? You cannot teach anybody how to be romantic. But the Ashanti story, the Ga story, the Fanti, the Ever story, they are authentic stories. I mean, it is shocking that till date, no one has done anything on Yasatwa. No, if the story is compelling and if it's compelling and exciting, you don't need to go and look for the money. Netflix will put the money in. They will produce it and call it a Netflix original. They will adopt it. Yet it was also be free America. And now baby, ababe Yasantua movie. And now say Confranoche or the gentleman who brought cocoa, Fernando Po. Fernando Po, no they buy. You know, somebody will come and do the story and will sit back and criticize the story. But I loved what happened there. And you have to give so much credit to and what does it credit to the Ashanti Kingdom? Because it was what sort of find the way to reconcile tradition and modernity. Because you wouldn't expect certain things to be on TV because they were sacred. But they allowed it. They allowed it because they want to tell their to show their dominance, to show how powerful they are. It's what you check right now in your Santinia. And you it's nice. And also, what even made it very beautiful, and it speaks to the wisdom of His Royal Majesty the King, is the way every celebration in the kingdom unites Ghana. Because people came from all walks of life, from Volta, from North, from everywhere. And so it also speaks to the unity of this country and the immense power the Ashanti King wields. And we cannot, I mean, I've seen people on social media sometimes try to say, Asante, I sit down. Sit somewhere. He's the Ashanti King. There is not like that in Africa. He's the most powerful king in Africa, and we have to respect it and the reverence the Ashantis and this celebration gave to the royal stool, because it's not even the man. It's the stool. You know, it's it's powerful, and we need to give reverence to the man on the stool. And I think that's what panned out perfectly well. Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Now what the no dear group said minimum I'm Dormaahene 3 ho hye and over any day the Aba Dormaahene asema betwam kwa yemfa nana da boa dia betwam kwa mom yemfa Abronye D.C.E so de mbra Abronye D.C.E die chese what the adeni ko intoto ye ka se intoto chese odwa ayi aboa ne yem wuwura makodi ne nsuno se ye ka se wrem just Akuffo mra nyina just opeso downplay Dormaahene so no so ye judge no onimu mra no se wuti asem na Abronye kani pa dia opeso kire se ono Dormaahene no so ye judge no onimu mra no, because onimu mra na onim said there is a king and only one king in the whole of Ghana. Oh my God. Yawa na aba. Charlie, umiungu ti Abronye D.C.E. Ni emrazi siya. Pedasi.
Ma achi kura. Yakan sa awie no ne yakan. Umpe asante your mind. Because Obia oye law bia oye law no ye ni ye na say yam papa say the friend of Ghana legal system osua ye twa ye dia na say Ghana legal system no e fa oman no abakosem wo ye Ghana legal system so otimi sua ni ye a e te say ohun say asante na ye man e bra broni kokko edi ye so. emre bi ba ye kura ma broni no broni kokko no ye say ye nyina na enim say colonial days no na British aban ena na edi oman Ghana so na nya oman Ghana nyina enko a Sierra Leone nyina oman bebre na British aban ena na edi so edurubre bi ema British aban kura ka se no asanteman etete me dodo ntima me mo ne ye frɛ no self rule no na moa nkasa mu man moa internally no monyije motoɔ na momfa mu man eno na ekoso 1824 because say usua legal system Ghana legal system ni ya ebeka kire o say 1824 onom no say Governor Makati Bra Bronino British abanye so mo na asante beko no eho na asante man edikum Governor Makati one na sojafo nyina ene asojafo ni binuma na omo wo oman mu omo so ombe supporto abrofo no na omo kwantia asante man no asante man ekum Governor Makati 1824 ene asojafo no enyina eno no ka ho bi ema British aban position ho biem say esese me ba biem na me ne asanteman beko eno na omo beko ye 1826 edifiti omo ena omo ba 1896 ebe ye ya na omo dissolve asanteman union ema prempe the first edi call eza na osamba ye akire no omo man return ema ne ba oman no mu 1926 1935 no masana ye ensiseye sa fedie asanteman na omo do omo ho mrebi no ya sando omo golden stool ene asante hene na ye dan e de ahye omo nsa enti ye legal system a ye tena classroom a eye books a ya twere a ewo ho de so ye law ne so ye ni yie na ne ye sua no classroom ye legal system no say ye kire wade no utimi sua ne yie na say nye dibi na okonya aye de a na usua legal system ne yie ebo A2 ayi B+ ya ese ohun say asante your mind ene de mo maye mfa politics me yidie ewo hodada because e di free 17 iba 18 iba nyina no broni kwakọ no kro ba o man ni mu no agitu mu se asante eye kingdom and o man abakosem ne history book nyina ne legal system no ewom se asante nkoa na abrofo no etimi gina that time e ka se matichi ya anti no ya mamo self rule sa monne mo ho say ye bisa question wo legal system efa sa niema we ne se want man twere ne sa de a ene se hu se mass no unya so de ne politics ya ye e de ba asante abakosem a mass no e se unya e de pass legal system unya ene politics na ye tie no radio so ye de polutu enkura na afe na omo so pese omo ye law enkura na afe na omo study government wo senior high nyina no ye politics na ye no se no ne ye de kire sa ankura na omo ba ne de a ene menini zo mbetua but omo duru sa omo betua legal system na ankasa no e ho no omo hu sai Abronye ka no kura na sa Abronye di tro because o through legal system there not of legal system book ni dia obehu asante abakosem obehu dabon abakosem ye nyina nim se tama na abrofo no di yeso wo man mu ha sei no na ye wo only two kingdom e wo Ghana that time go coach Dabon kingdom. So who can Ghana and said the Nokure Asempa who the oldest kingdom. And then go to Ghana ya kingdom ache ewo man Ghana Dabon kingdom. Na brofuna ba ye no so no kingdom ye no pa eno mujitum the Dabon kingdom and Asante kingdom. okwatwa de foforo bia emfa state ba ko a eno so na anyiri a eno so wuyi o ka ba kwasema wuyi free mu a enye yi eye the Bono state ati yamfa politics ne to nkyɛn na mrantie ne mabawa mo ba mo pa bibia tie no ne yɛsua no wɔ school da no ye history na yɛsua aye because obia no a obɛyɛ law a onye legal system Ghana legal system na mo betie ebinom no politics nti o ma heda o mo pese o mbɛka no kora sɛ Asante ye kingdom o mo pese o mbɛka no kora sɛ Dabon eye kingdom me gene wa me ntiase me gene wa mentiasie se obi mpasa obaka se Asante ye kingdom obi mpasa obaka se Dabon eye kingdom but Dabon is a kingdom and this obi ka tirem se legal system Ghana legal system wo buku foforo bi e wo baabi na ono na kwakosua e na odi ba be bibi yemfa politics ne to nkyɛn na baabi e wo bia na nokore da yemfa nokore ento ne ye move forward. Sade me kan yam so fa Bono state ya Bono state wo ho in 1100s na Bono state ya den e wo ho ba na nya kingdom 1100s ho ne wo ne ye frɛ no Bono state a ye state ya anyini pa broni kokɔ enkrata musunu ewom sɛ ye wo ne ye frɛ no Bono state ba na nya kingdom ukoduru Buckingham Palace CCA ya yabaka tro say 350 years ago no mon krata mu ni bibia mu no yawo Dabon kingdom wo ho yawo Dabon king wo ho yawo Asante king wo ebesi nei bibia Buckingham Palace bebe ebe ye bia no omo recognize Asante say a kingdom na ye king ukwa Buckingham Palace ya ye ni bibi e friend say Paramount Chief of Kumasi Buckingham Palace yo ye ni bibi e friend say Paramount Chief of Kumasi ye ni bisa ho ye won ye friend say King of Asante even ye eza British ne eza prempe the first no awo eza no abrofo no bibia wo mbatre bia no wo mo say ye na ye eza the king of Asante meaning say ye kingdom edienti ena ye chieftaincy art no abrofo no dia wo ho ebinum kan brofo na brofo de obetuma kan na mo wonti ase ye nyintum sa brofo obetuma kan brofo na mo wonti ase se wo ridi ade akọ wo ridi ade wa akọ ne se obema interpretation no difference ye dai ewom makan na mo me interpretation bia ye dai adema no nti wo fa ye chieftaincy act na section 58 no wo mo ye chieftaincy act na section 58 at 759 2008 no woman nimniente omo say categories of chiefs no mayeni A Asante hene and Paramount chiefs odi kwato judge bia nim say oma interpretation ya edise ne won hia law no ye na be ma different interpretation no be reading is akeke na mom wo mo ye sa art no omunim nienti a omoye ne say Asante hene and Paramount chiefs Asante hene and Paramount chiefs ni atira ne say the moment a obete Asante hene say pe no na chese watra Paramount chief a chese oda oman no nyina ano enti so bi ka so category A etre Asante hene and Paramount chiefs enti no Asante hene enye ke na oboa obi obema sa interpretation bia no oboa say chieftaincy act ne kire say Asante hene empowerment chiefs enti ni nyina akire se ye nyina ye pe na obi obakasa bia no oboa obi obakasa bia mo nka kire n say me ma read law no na me te law na si ha wo de ko supreme court wa me ne me ma kire no sa no mba interpreti akire o any other interpretation bi o mo de baba bia ye political interpretation a political interpretation no so de ye mfa nto honom. By a my interpretation, papa, if you say a begadia, the moment you say category A, Asante hini empowerment chiefs, a trese, Asante hini, the overlord, or the king of Asante. And this how interpretation a section of the friends, the chieftaincy art now. E hona oba say ya kire mu say enti amanfo na omo kan no se mo hwa eno ame hu abrante ketewa bi na omakoma na pofin so onka say categories of chiefs you know e kire say ehemfunu category A no e kire say Asante hene nyekin eno de social media or the viewers na kakra ye den aba be di ni bottom because obi na kan sa law na kire no de ba be adwuma. But law man kasa no kasa ntiase madika na kasa obetuma kan law ba won ntiase. But o kwa interpretation part na ehona e ba be ka kiro say Asante hene e kire say the occupant of the golden stool of Asante. Wo ma kire mo parliament ye mra no Parliament the accord the interpretation part no and the akwa say the Asante hene is the occupant of the golden stool of Asante. Enti ken no odia na hwe nye because abrofo no nyina documents no a omo wo okrom ha no abrofo no documents a me makenkan a ma read hu ebi date back 1842 eba besi 1902 no every document biya mema hu akenkanya hu any the Ghana legal system a meme suaye no e ka kire mpefe say yewo kin ewo Ghana ha nti obi obaka kire say Ghana there because of the 1992 constitution no ye ni e kin bia oboa constitution ye na dwuma but yewo kin ewo kroma Asante hene ye kin ya na ye kin me gina ba bia meka kiro prince ya na ye kin finito
abusuan for medamase sem hwe video yi ye bebra mo more videos more contents wo tsfm am subscribe o my momoa na mon share ni ye page ni so engrow party ase ye o ma Ghana ye o ma Kumasi ye o ma Asante mai peace.